passiontimes.hk。
Hi guys. So I just got home from work and I have to wait for the hot water for my shower. So I thought I might as well get some work done and show you guys something that I don't think I've shown you guys before. Yeah. So I'm at the stage where both my plates are ready. They're at the correct thickness and I've got the bass bar in the top plate and they're ready to go. And my rib structure is ready. So I'm ready to put these three together. But obviously I'm not gonna put the form, this thing, into the instrument. So I have to remove it before I put it together. But before I remove it, actually, yeah, this is the preparation for assembling the instrument. But I've done a little of the preparation already because that's a really boring stage. I don't think. Well, I didn't make a video of that stage anyway. So remember we had these like linings in here. So to remove this, the linings would have to be trimmed to a slanted angle so this can slide out. And so I trimmed it with a knife and then I sanded it and made it smooth so this would come out easily at a later stage, not right now. We still have some stuff to do before I take this form out. And taking this form out is a really scary process. So I'm gonna show you guys this time because last time when I assembled the plate, I believe I only showed the actual assembling part, like putting on the clamps and gluing it and all that. But today I'm gonna show you what I do before all that. And I've got like a lot of drawings on my form because this form was a form that I was using in school, and one day I left the form on my bench and the next day when I got back it was like filled with drawings. They're really pretty drawings. They're like made by my teacher. My teacher always does really random things. He draws in my notebook too if I just leave my notebook out and go away for a while and I'll come back and then there will be a drawing on my notebook. Anyway, yeah, so my form is really nice because it's got all these drawings on there. Anyway, before I take out this thing, I have to make sure I can put the plates back at the correct place. Well, there are a few measures that we take to make sure we put the plates back onto the rib structure at the correct place. But for right now, for the step right now, I'm gonna put a little locating pin on the plates through into the blocks. So when I remove this form, after I remove the form, the rib structure is gonna become really soft and floppy. And it'll be more difficult to find the correct place to put the plate and the rib structure together. That's why one of the measures that we take to make sure it goes back on the correct place is to make a locating pin for them. And that's what I'm going to show you right now. First, we figure out the top and the back of the rib structure. It's very obvious on this one because this is my top. Anyway, I'm gonna put the back on first. I'm gonna drill the holes. Oh wait, no. I'm gonna drill the holes for the top first. Because the holes on the top, they don't matter so much because even if the holes are ugly, even if the pin's ugly, we'll cut it away at a later stage when we put in the fittings and when we put in the neck. So the pins on the top, they don't have to be really pretty. So I'm gonna start with that. So I'm gonna place, whoops, wrong side. I'm gonna place my plate onto my cradle, and then the rib structure onto, oops, I just hit myself with the rib structure. Ow. Anyway, I'm gonna put this on there, and I don't know if I showed you guys before. Can't really see it here, maybe not. Here, you can see, actually there's a scribe line here. There's a pencil line. The pencil line you don't really need to, right now we're concerned with the scribe line. So this scribe line was made, it was scribed outside the rib structure before we cut this plate out. We want our rib structure to be on the scribe line. And also we want it, obviously, I've got, let me see. Let me make the marks more obvious. I need to find the center line for both the plate and the rib structure. When the plate is joined really nicely, it's kind of difficult to find the center line. So I'll mark the center line first on the plate. So difficult to see. Okay, right there. Okay, so I've marked the center line on, oops, wrong lights. I've marked the center line. I put a dot there so I can find it. And then I should bring out my other clamps. Actually, no, never mind. And then I've shown you guys these before. These are my assembly clamps. I use it to put the plate and the rib structure together when I glue it. But for right now, I'm gonna use it to hold it together. I'll make sure the center line of the rib structure is on the center line on my plate. Make sure the rib structure sits on the scribe line, and then I'll clamp it. I don't clamp it in the middle of the plate because I'm gonna have to move it. I'm gonna have to put the locating pin on the middle of the plate, kind of middle, not exactly in the middle. I'll show you guys when I get there. Okay. Because the plate's quite thin right now, so it flexes quite a bit. So to adjust it to get to the correct place. Okay. So I'm gonna put in a clamp here. So I clamped one side of the rib structure onto the plate. I'm gonna do the top. Okay, so now I realize that I have to move the rib structure a little lower because the top part of the rib structure is like covering the scribe line, and the scribe line should not be covered too much. But with the weather in Hong Kong, the wood changes quite a bit, so we just have to adjust to make it even. Oops, pushed too much. So this is where this is the first time we try to adjust it before we actually glue it together. inside the rib structure, kind of. Let me make sure. Okay. This clamp is a little too loose. I just clamp it lightly first so so it's kind of in place, but I can still move it around easily when I need to. Now it's a bit difficult to see. Even after I put on these clamps on the ends, I still have to check the corners to make sure they still sit in the corner. Like the rib structure's corners still sit inside the scribe line corners of my plate. Okay, it looks fine right now. Let me check the other side. Okay, now that's better. Now it's inside the scribe line on this side. But now I want to adjust it a little more to the top. Let me check the other parts of the plate. Okay, looks fine on this side. I want to move it a little bit to what's that side now. I'm like really fussy about things like this, so I'm a bit annoying. If my teacher was here, he would be shouting at me like, why are you wasting your time doing like really random stuff? He'll tell me like you can't get it like completely perfect, and I know I can't get it completely perfect, but I want it to be nice, to be the best, at least within my ability. So I try to make it nice. I'm gonna put on a clamp and see. Looks fine right now. And then I'm gonna check around the plate, make sure it sits at a reasonable place. Okay, it looks quite reasonable to me. Okay, now I can drill holes for the pins. So I flip it around, I can put it right here like this. And for the pins, we've already actually made a whole bunch of them, so they're ready to use when I need them. But let me check the thickness. Wait, they should be at the correct thickness. I might have to thin them down just a tiny bit, maybe not. Let me check. A little fat on that side. Okay, so the pin's supposed to be actually I've got a drill bit that's the correct size for the pin. So I always use this drill bit for the pin. That's why I already have my locating tape. I've got a locating glue tape on the pin because we have to drill about 7 millimeters down from the plate down to the block. We want the plate's about maybe 2-3 millimeters thick, and I want the pin to go in a further 3 to 4 millimeters. So the hole will have to be 7 millimeters deep. And so I marked the 7 millimeters with a blue tape. So when I drill the holes, it will be at the correct place. And for the holes, the violin makers that we copy from, like all the Italian violin makers, they don't put the hole at the exact center seam. I don't know why. Maybe it can cause the seam to open. I'm not quite sure. You've seen me do the repair on an open seam before, but I don't think it would cause an open seam. But then they always put it off center, so sometimes I decide by looking at the poster and see which side they put the pin on. Sometimes they put the lower pin on one side and the upper pin on the other side of the seam. Sometimes they put both of them on one side. This is a Bergonzi model. We can't see where he put the pin on the top plate because that's cut away. But we can see he put the pin on the left side of the seam on the back plate. So I'm gonna copy that. But right now I'm doing the top plate, so it doesn't really matter. But I'm just gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna put the pin. I'm gonna drill the hole on the left side of the seam. So it's gonna be about 1.5 millimeters away. It's a bit dark. I need this light. It's the shadow. It's the shadow. Yeah, my light's not set up at a very nice location for my work. Okay, so I find the center, and then it should be about 1.5 times the thickness of the pin away from the center. So I put a little mark there with my pencil. Well, at least it doesn't matter so much for the top plate. I'm gonna put another mark right there. Then, actually I'm gonna poke it. I'm gonna poke it a little, make a little mark there with my drill bit. So it will be easy for me to get my drill in. Okay, so I'm gonna use my little hand drill for this. It was quite difficult for us to find this kind of hand drill. I don't think a lot of people use this thing. I think the one that we got is secondhand. Like, not a lot of places not a lot of brands make this kind of small hand drill. Manual hand drill. Because if you search for like hand drill on the internet, it's gonna be like electrical. But because we're afraid that if we drill in with an electrical drill, it might be too fast, it can break the plate. So we want it to be gentle, so we use a manual hand drill. Okay. So make sure it's completely straight. And then start drilling. Well, even if it's not completely straight, of course it doesn't really matter that much. But it's just nicer if it's straight. Okay. And then I'm gonna reverse drill to let the drill bit come back out. gonna drill the other side before I show you what I do with the wooden pin. Wait, where is it? Oh, right there, good. Okay. Do the same thing here. You'd be surprised like how much wood powder there is even with when drilling such a tiny hole. I mean, this hole is only like about 1.5 millimeters radius. That's a word, right? Radius? No, wait, no. Diameter. The diameter of this drill bit is 1.5. Yeah, that's the word. Okay, so let me see if this pin goes in. If it doesn't, I'm gonna... Oh, okay, it doesn't already. Wait, no, it goes in on this side. It's a bit tight. I'm gonna sand it a little more. Well, we made this pin anyway. We made this pin to fit for this hole. Well, I didn't make this pin. Lawrence did. Okay. Damn it. He didn't make it thin enough. Okay, and remember, I only have like 30 minutes per video because I don't want it to take forever to upload onto YouTube, so I might be only able to show you one side of this before the video ends. Oops. Well, it doesn't matter. It's exactly the same on the other side. Why is it? Let me draw a little more and see if it's really going in. Okay, it has gone in, but then it's still a little tight. So I'm just gonna sand it a little tiny bit smaller. I hope I'm not making it a weird shape. Because we used a drill to clamp onto this piece of wood and then just put a sandpaper here and then it will drill into like a perfect circle. Like perfectly round stick. Okay, now that's good. And then I'm gonna mark it maybe 2 to 3 millimeters above the height of the plate, so I've got something to hold on to when I cut it out, when I put it in. Where's my cutting board? Right here. Okay. Ah. Why is there F here? Got my name, but I don't know what instrument that's for. Okay. So I made a little mark. That's 7 millimeters plus I don't know how many millimeters, like maybe 2 above the plate. So I'm just gonna cut it out. I have to be careful when I cut it out, cause okay, great. It didn't fly away. Cause I think everyone in my school has the experience of trying to cut out this tiny piece of pin, and once you cut through, it just flies away and you'll never be able to find it again. It's so tiny. I'm gonna put it into my little baggie so I don't lose it. Okay, the other side, the bottom one. Wait, which side was I using just now? Is it this side? Or is it this side? Okay, it's this side. Made another mark. I'm gonna use a finger to hold on to both sides. Okay, yay! No accidents. I got the other one out. Okay, so if you remember, if you guys remember when I was assembling my last instrument, I had to like put in this pin thing. So that's what I did. Anyway, so I'm gonna do the same for the back plate. I'm gonna obviously unclamp everything and then do the same for the back plate. And since it's almost 30 minutes, I'm not gonna bore you guys with this process. And I probably won't take out the form tonight because that's a really, really stressful process. I'll be like, it's really scary when you try to wiggle the form out of the rib structure. So I'm probably gonna do it tomorrow, and then I'll make a video of it. And I'm gonna be very honest. This video was actually made last Friday from now. So I'm just making this video like way in advance. Yeah, so I'll do the wiggling the plate out part tomorrow, so I won't look the same, but I'm gonna put it in the same episode. Yep, so I'm gonna show you guys that later. And yeah, the plate, yeah, I'm gonna go on and do the back plate, and when I come back, I'll be taking the form out. Hi guys, as promised, I'm gonna go on with the preparation for the assembly of the instrument. And yep, so I drilled in the pins for my back plate. You see the hole there. So the next step would be to actually take the form out of the rib structure, which is a really scary process. It can take, the first time I did it, it took me 20 minutes. But there was also a time when I did it, I just did it like instantly. So I don't know how long it's gonna take me today. So before I take the form out, I'll have to detach, because these blocks, the ribs are gonna stay on the blocks. I'm only gonna take out the form. The blocks are part of the instrument, so I do keep the blocks, but I don't keep this. But the blocks are glued to this, and well, I'll have to shape the blocks anyways. So I'm gonna be shaping the blocks by okay. Let's see. Maybe I'll adjust this a little. Okay. Maybe I'll put it on my cutting board. So the blocks, I'm gonna draw in the approximate shape for the blocks, because I'm gonna cut away the corners of these blocks, and then you see, the plates here, I have these lines, and these areas are for the blocks to glue onto. So I'm gonna make the shapes of the blocks to be approximately the same as what I've got on the plates. Of course, it's not gonna be like super accurate. I have a classmate who's like super crazy. He draws these like paper templates and he would make sure this bit is exactly the same as this bit on his instrument. I don't think anybody does that in the world apart from him. He's like crazy. Because we just need it to be a very, very similar shape. So we've got an area for them to glue together. So I'm just gonna draw in an approximate shape. I'm really scared of this taking the form out process. You see why in a bit when I actually do take it out. It's really scary. Anyway, so I've got these lines. I'm gonna take away that bit. Well, maybe not that much, but then I'll end up with this shape. For now, I just need to take out enough so that the form can slide out of the rib structure. So I'm just gonna try to split it through to the other side. Sometimes it splits, sometimes it doesn't. Feels like it didn't split properly this time. I'll just have to do it the same thing on the other side and hopefully it'll come out. Try to split it at the correct place, same place as the other side, but it's a bit difficult. Okay, so I made some cuts, but it wouldn't come out, so we use different methods to try to get it out. Like sticking a spatula in there, or sticking a knife in there, maybe. We just use a variety of tools at this stage. Bad idea. Just use a variety of tools at this stage to just get this bit of wood out to give me room to take the form out. This could end up being a very embarrassing video of me not being able to take this out. Well, I'm gonna give myself like half an hour, which is the time limit of my timer. I'm gonna give myself 30 minutes to do this. Well, actually, if I fail at this, I'll just publish the video, right? Nah, I'm gonna let you guys see this. Even if this is very embarrassing. So I can't really tell if I split it through. I'm gonna get my... I don't think you guys want to hear that sound in the middle of the night. It's really annoying. I don't know why I'm doing these difficult ones first. I feel like the top block and the bottom lower block are the most difficult part to do. I don't know why I don't try to do the corner blocks first. Not very smart. That other spatula. And I took out another spatula. I don't know where it went. Oh, I know. I was making glue with it anyway. I might have to chisel it out and then take it out part bit by bit. Sometimes it just like, well, you just can't tell. Sometimes it just doesn't want to split. Sometimes after taking out a little of the wood, it miraculously comes off. So that's what I'm trying right now. And this is already the easy part of what I'm doing. It's gonna get more difficult from here on. Almost. Oh wow, I can pick up from where I left off with this app. Yep, so I'm back from getting my delivery. I'm gonna go on trying to remove these things. I got bitten by midges just now when I went downstairs. So I'm itching all over. A bit annoyed. Like coming off, kind of, but not exactly. Can't see what the problem is. Can't see what. Okay, let me rotate. So many bites. I'm so itchy right now. Oops. Try to. I mean, like, I didn't even see them bite me, but I've got like 10 bites on my legs and on my elbows. Okay, this teaches me a lesson. I should spray insect repellent whenever I go out, even if I only go down for a little bit. Okay, I got part of it out. Possibly because it's glued onto my form too tightly. This is strange. I don't know why it's not coming out. Yeah, I don't think it's sticking to my. I think it's like detached from the block already. It's just that it's stuck here to my form. That's why it's a bit difficult to take out. So let this embarrassment continue. Let me try to get this to the other side. It's come off actually. It's just stuck to form, which is fine. When I knock the block out from the form, this bit will come off as well. So I'm gonna deal with it in a bit when I need to. Let me try to get this other side out. Why this is so difficult, because there are two types of wood that we can use for making the blocks. It's either the spruce or the willow. In my opinion, spruce is easier to work with, kind of, at least for the blocks, because spruce got very definite grain lines that would just split all the way. But willow doesn't split as nicely as spruce, I think. At least in my experience, it doesn't split as nicely. But some people like willow more because they say it's lighter in weight. And we do want the instrument to be light, so we want to use a lighter wood for the bits that don't matter. But the thing is, for these tiny pieces of wood, as long as you don't use a heavy wood, as long as you use a light wood, there's not that much of a difference. I mean, like, spruce is already very, very light. So I actually don't see why I have to use willow. Well, I used willow this time because Lawrence bought some. And, yeah. He bought some, he wanted to try, but then, well, he's never tried working with willow before. I accidentally used willow once when we were still in school, so I knew it's difficult to work with. It's difficult to split. It's not exactly difficult to work with, but it's difficult to split. Okay, let me try these corner ones. It's gonna take me forever now, I know, because of this willow. I prefer using spruce. Well, okay, but this one split perfectly. I mean, like, it just came right out of this is what I wanted. And it just came out, but the block that I don't want is still stuck there, so I will still have to knock it off in a bit. Okay, I hope this is just as easy with the other ones. I think the willow probably got mad at me for, like, dissing it, saying how it's so hard to split and all that, so it just split right out. Split out too. Even my linings come off a bit, I think. Yep. I'm just gonna have to glue that. Yeah, just tiny bit of my linings come off. I'll just have to glue that in a bit. So I've got two sides. Willow is a bit like softer than spruce, so it's not as brittle, and it doesn't like split out so. So it doesn't split out as why is my linings coming off? Okay, let's call it my glue. My glue was probably not strong enough. I've got another lining that came off. I mean, like, it's not exactly come off, but like, it came off a little. We're gonna have to glue that back. So strange. Okay, it came off. Last corner, then I have to do the lower block. Normally with the spruce blocks, I don't need a hammer. I can just split it off with my hand. And splitting off with my hand, it feels a bit safer. At least it won't shock my linings open. It just won't split through to the other side. With the spruce, it just splits right through. Split out on one side but not the other, so that's not splitting enough. Try to split it through with my spatula, poke through to the other side. Okay, it doesn't work. Oh, okay. It's like partly splitting through. Not enough though. Don't like like the way that's not coming off. It's so annoying. Let me try the other side first. Maybe it'll be easier, hopefully. Looks like it was splitting really nicely, but it just wouldn't go through to the other side. Just have to do the same on the other side. Okay. Since it won't come off, let me try to see if it will come off like the way it should normally. Okay, so normally I would have gotten all these like corner bits, the bits that I don't want out, but right now I can't. And normally these bits would have come off, but it's very strangely stuck to the form still. But I can show you the next scary part, and I might be able to take this out. I'm gonna put it on something soft, and it's really scary. I'm gonna hold on to both the block and one of these holes, and then I'm gonna use a hammer and I'll try to knock the block away from the form. So basically I have to break through this glue, this white glue that I used to stick onto the block. I feel like I could split out a bit of the glue first. Looks like there's like a lot of glue right there. So I'm just holding onto the other side of the block with my thumb, so it won't break off. Fuck, I just hammered my form. Okay, actually it's come off. It's just that the wood bits are still there. And yep. I'm gonna do the same for the rest of the blocks, even these corners that came off, so I can remove. Okay, great. I can finally show you. Why is it still stuck on this side? This is so crazy. I do not like this willow. Okay. So, this is what it's supposed to look like. I take out this thing, like the bit that I split off. So there will be a hole, and I can take out the form easily. Why is it like breaking my form? It's like my form split, but my blocks aren't. This is very annoying. I do not like these willow blocks. Okay. One more corner done. Try to knock off the bottom block as well and see if I can get it out without picking off those. I'm gonna try doing this on this side. Damn it, I only have a minute left. I don't think I can. I'm gonna have to make a third video. Okay, I'm gonna take a break and I'm gonna make a third video. And I'll show you how I take that out. Be right back. Okay, let's go on with this. Where was I? Trying to get this out. I'm gonna try to remove this bit of glue. And I'm blocking the camera. Probably to put too much glue again. It'll be easier if I remove a little of the glue. Okay, actually it came off. It's just the glue that's holding it together. Let me try to. Hammer it out. Okay. Something's still stuck. What's stuck? And the wood split off. I'm just poking through the glue. Okay, great. Okay, now I still have to remove these corners from the top and bottom blocks before I can take this out. So I'm still gonna try to cut through this, split through this wood. For the millionth time, I do not like this window because it just won't split. Okay, I got cut off because of a stupid jump call. Anyway. this is so strange. It's broke off from this side. It's broke off from this side, but it just won't come out. Just trying to wiggle that corner bit out. Okay, I'm gonna try to remove the wood bit by bit then. This is really annoying. Like, if I was using spruce, at this stage I can definitely get the... Actually, I might try to get it out, but if I can't get it out, then I'm gonna have trouble. Maybe I'll try to remove it from the top first. No. I shouldn't do something so risky. As expected, this has become a very embarrassing video of not being able to get this out. Okay, almost there, Yay, I got part of it off now. Now for the other side. After I get this bit off, maybe, just maybe, I'll be able to remove the fork. Again, it's stuck at a very weird place. I don't know if it's stuck to not split through or if it's like still stuck to the form. Okay, great. Got it off. Okay, so this top bit is removable now. Now for the lower block. I'll just do the same thing. I'll take off the wood bit by bit. This willow is really soft and flexible. That makes it really hard to cut through. It's come off a bit actually. It And I still can't figure out where it's stuck. Here, maybe. Yes. One more hole. I just need to get the other side off, then I can take out the form. I feel like I can take out the form in like 1 second this time. It won't take me 20 minutes to wiggle it out because it's already very loose. As long as I get these little bits of the blocks out, then I'll have room to wiggle this out. I can hear it split through, so this should come off. Okay, let's come off a bit. Come on. Almost there. Yay! Okay, so I've gotten all these bits that I don't want away, off from the form, from the blocks. Now I have to wiggle this thing out. Oh, I'm so unhappy. I got like hammer marks on my teacher's masterpiece. Anyway, this is the scary part that, let me adjust the camera so you can see this scary process more clearly. So I'll just try to wiggle this out, maybe from one side first, then the other. Wait, there's still a bit stuck here. Okay. Something's still stuck. Well, the glue's. Let me try to clear off that glue. Okay, great. Now it's completely loose. Scary, scary, scary part. Okay. Oop. Got half of it out. Now for the other half. Now I feel stuck. Okay. Yay! I got this out! So I'm gonna take this away. For now, this is reusable. So much block stuck to my form. Anyway. Yep. So that's it. So now I can glue this onto my plates, which I've shown you before. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna show you again. So yeah, so that's the preparation. Oh wait, no. Well, I still have a bit to work on before I can glue it because these are still really ugly. I still have to shape them really nicely and then sand it and then make it nice and smooth and pretty, and then I'll glue it on. So yep, that's it for today, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
劈炮彈嘅時間係今日咧就係星期一嘅朝早，星期一嘅朝早咧就下個禮拜開始咧都要上堂上到成尾啊！即係咧我就損失咗一個可以利用嘅朝早啦，咁都唔緊要嘅。咁今日就作埋嗰個 Black Orpheus 就係嘅下半橛啦，咁樣四氣調神大論啦。咁頭先我已經作咗啦，我依家咧就將自己 idea 咧就記錄翻落嚟啦，就係咁啦。咁咧就喺呢度啦。好，咁咧添加小節，插入32個小節喺後面。哇屌！食鳩咗人哋，唉，你好佢先。好，因為我已經作咗咯，我作晒噶啦，其實屌。錯嘅。誒，咦？點解多咁一個嘅？我屌啦！一二三四，哦，唔錯掣，再嚟多次。好，啱數黐翻過嚟，咦？呢度呢4個巴做乜春啊？係啱數，有冇巴 number 啊？添加巴 number 咧？冇喎屌！好，好，我頭先咧就係咁樣嘅。OK，我直頭抄埋呢段。自作自益，從從自作自益，自則亂。從 好。之亦從之則至，從之則至，吧吧吧吧。噔嘣嘣嘣，之亦從之則至。從之則至亦好。個電話令到我好心煩，所以我處理嗰啲班務先。睇下先，開啲嘢娛樂下大家啦就。開乜嘢咧？開啲求其開啲嘢娛樂下大家先。 聽多次啊，我仲未取嚟班舞，等一陣。好，已經處理好啦。唔係，其實只係問咗啫，未有回覆。好，左狗柒撚住我就仆街。好，跟住咧。好，開個播放版面先，太快我諗唔到，屌！亦知作了心為一唔好咁大跳咯〜 逆之則亂，從之則治，逆之則亂，逆之。咁咯，從之則治，逆之則亂，之則治，逆之則亂，從之則治，逆之則亂，反信為逆是為。好啦，呢個咁樣我頭先諗咗好耐。反信為逆，反信為逆。好 ，rest。反信為逆是為，反信為逆是為，再 rest。3、4，從之則治，逆之則亂，之則治，逆之則亂，信為逆是為內格，從之則治，逆之則亂，反信為逆是為內格。係啦，咁樣嘅。咦！我有冇開到個 document 出嚟啊？屌你呢度從之則治。10點啦已經。是為內格。咦？係冇錯，你哋冇做錯到。好，反信為逆是為內格。頭先是故聖人不似內格是。 是內間是睇下先，我呢度點作嗰頭先？內間是故人是故聖人不至。不至已病，是故聖人不至已病。三四四，自已病，自未病。自未病。跟住咧就是故聖人不至已病，自未病。自未亂。不至未亂，自未亂。不至未亂，不至未亂，自未亂。不至 不自已亂。咦，食咁啊我啊！屌你！自已亂，自未亂，此之謂也。不自已亂，自未亂，此之謂也。係啦，就係咁啦。C。不自已亂，自好。四時陰陽者，萬物之本也。從之則治，逆之則亂，信為逆，是為內家。是故聖人不自已病，自未病。2、3、4，不自已亂，自未亂，此之謂也。好，跟住咧就照抄。啊，唔係。10點啦，我如意算盤打，我諗住返工，即係上學返學之前開工，都唔緊要啦。作曲好緊要，太緊要對於我嚟講。哎呀，屌！病已成而後照之，病已 三夫病已成而後藥之。夫病已成而後自知，病已成而後自知。呢度咧，哎呀，唔係啊，唔係，我唔係想咁。夫病已成而後自知，病已成而後夫病已成而後藥之。亂已成意，係啦 ，cheat 咗少少咯。夫病已成而後藥之，亂已成而後自知。而後自知，自知，而後自知。係啦，我就作埋呢句咧，其實就抄後邊嘅，唔係抄前邊。而後自知。後自知，嘿。嘿。而後自知。又可以。邊個？又可。 夫。正都以最不安乎。我屌你啊！係啦。願意誠而後自知。嘿，有。誒，我屌！夫以誠而後自知，亂以誠而後自知，譬又刻意。好，呢個譬字咧就係先收起，咁樣。刻意全正，鬥而處最不亦萬乎。好，就係咁啦。跟住就照抄。好。到這，我接唔到。刻意全正，鬥而處最不亦萬乎。到這，聲人知。 從陰陽則生，逆之則死。哦，道者道者，聖人之於這輩之。從陰陽則生，逆之則死。類似咁樣啊，從父不以誠而後之，願以誠而後自之。譬如質而穿井，鬥而敍敍不亦晚乎？道者道者，聖人行之於這輩之。從陰陽則生，逆之則死。譬如渴而穿井，鬥而敍敍不亦晚乎？道者道者，聖人行之於這輩之。從陰陽則生，逆之則死。好，大概就係咁啦。唉，遲啲再唱啦，我要，哇，唔得啦，要走啦。好，就咁先，晏啲再講下。好。
睇完節目記得 like、comment 同埋 share 我哋嘅 channel，收睇最強頻道，訂閱熱血時報。